My brother Jared achieved sandwich enlightenment, but karma bit back. Yep, he got toasted good. He promised fresh start, but only get fresh criminal charges. Mistakes were made by the Footlong. $5 mugshot. Yeah, you know, the meatballs sucked anyway. What's up, guys? It's Frankie here. In this video, I want to show you the secret to how Subway built an empire on their $5 footlong. And more than anything, I want to show you how you guys can use this to sell your own products or services, or actually how you can find partners, amplify their stuff, put offers. One of the big secrets to me making income over the last, 20 years is I know how to create offers and put them into other people's flow. And if you know how to do that, and I'll show you exactly how Subway did this, you can really make money, pull down a doctor's income with a little bit of internet. For those of you guys who don't know me already, my name's Frankie Finn. I wrote these 2 best-selling books, Passive Automated Recurring Income. You can find a link for below this video. I'd highly encourage you to check it out. Anyways, let's get into the good stuff.
Yo, it's Frankie Finn. Beach mode engaged. Looms loaded, AI's humming. Let's go!
So Subway was an established franchise. It wasn't like they were starving, but they hadn't really blown up. They became the #2 fast food restaurant. I think there was something like number 10, number 20 or something like that for a period of time. And what really blew them up was the $5 footlong. And this is, obviously brought in their spokesperson, Jared. And really the magic of a $5 footlong is it is an easy yes offer, right? With mass appeal. And so if you really want to think about growing your own business, whether you're selling products or services or software, or whether you're out there and you haven't even got started, the secret to really scaling rapidly is something that is an easy to say yes to offer. Now, most businesses, what they think an offer is really their deliverable. And your deliverable and your offer are 2 totally different things. Let me break down the plan like this.
But listen up. I got a 3-point plan to fix everything. Break it down. Number 1, we got this guy,
Frankie Finn. Okay? So most people think their deliverable is their offer. So when you think about it in Subway, it's like, we make sandwiches, right? Now, they got cookies and drinks and chips and other things, but their primary business is sandwiches, right? That's not an offer, right? Like a restaurant makes meal, an offer is come in and you can get all you can eat $16.99 ribs with cornbread and a biscuit, right? Like it needs to be clear and specific. And the formula for it is for an amount of money, whatever that is, you get blank, and blank is something specific, right? So it's not, we'll just make any old sandwich, right? It's, we'll give you a $5 footlong. You can get a turkey sandwich for $5, or you can get a whatever, meatball sandwich for $5, right? So when you really, when you see this with a lot of businesses, 99% of businesses advertise using themselves using this template. They use the biz name. They say, we do blank, blank, and blank. And then they got a phone number. If it's even that good. Sometimes it'll say established 1975. But when you really think about what Subway was able to accomplish is they took one of those blank things in specific, right? So if you think like, I'm going to pick something random, an accounting firm. We do taxes, bookkeeping, and consulting. Well, that's not an offer, right? That's a deliverable. And if you want to scale that, think about what H&R Block did for years and years and years. They had to get your taxes done for, I think it was $99 or something like that. I'm kind of going off of memory, so somebody can correct me in the comments on the details. But they had a very specific offer, even though they did the same taxes and bookkeeping and consulting as everyone else. They had a specific offer. And so if you really want to blow up a business, there's a couple of things. One is you want to have one clear offer. One, because you're going to repeat the ever-living shit out of it. In fact, you're going to push this in front of people's faces. Like Subway didn't just tell people one time. They got $5 footlongs. They had dances, $5 footlongs, shit like that, right? And they kept pushing them. By the way, obviously my dance moves need work. This is so important because if you don't have an offer that people want, you will never be able to attract new business in the door. In fact, it's a little bit like this.
you shall not pass!
So we want a couple of things, right? Like obviously the value of what you're asking for money should exceed what people are paying for it. It should have mass appeal, right? You want to start the offer that gets people in the door. And by the way, the offer that gets people in the door for you is not always the same offer as what they're going to buy, right? You think about Subway. Would you like to make it a combo? They just sold you $3 of extra shit, right? So now your $5 footlong just became an $8 combo. Do you want to add a giant fucking cookie? They now got giant cookies, right? Would you want some cheese? You know, lots of places you think they add extra guac, right? The $5 footlong is just the thing to get you in the door. It's not where you're going to finish, right? So it has value, it's mass appeal. As I mentioned, they're going to repeat it. And it's simple and easy to understand. In fact, one of the litmus tests that I use is if you can't tell me what your offer is in 1 to 3 sentences, you're never going to make any money with it. If it takes like a whole novel or giant chapters or whatever to explain what the deal is, you're never ever going to be able to sell that consistently. And that's kind of sad because it's kind of like this.
Send him home. Send him home. I just send him home. It's time to go home there, ball.
Son of a bitch, Ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Suck my white ass, Ball!
So if you guys want some help creating irresistible offers, an offer is synonymous with a promise. So that means if you said to somebody, give me this amount of money and for that you will get, what specific promise goes in there? And I'll tell you, either you're going to solve a specific problem or create a specific outcome. In this case, it's really, really simple. The outcome is you're going to get a fucking foot-long sandwich for $5, right? That screams value. That has mass appeal. It's something that can be repeated. It's simple and easy for people to understand. If you really, really want to understand how to put offers on steroids, I go into great detail about how to create offers that have mass appeal with things like bonuses and tools and things like that in this book. You can find a link for it below this video or go to digitaldealmakershub.com. But your business and ability to scale it, whether it's online, real life, doesn't really matter. The secret to getting it to go to that next level is almost always based on the offer. And this is one of those things not enough people really spend enough time thinking about how do we get people in the door. So for years, Subway just did the we make fresh sandwiches. They're fresher, they're healthier, they're better than other fast food. And those things worked to a certain degree. So like, we're better worked, but it wasn't until they had a specific offer and then they started repeating it that the thing really blew up and they became the number 1 or 2 fast food franchise after McDonald's, which they were a long ways away from that before they started this offer. So if you want to really, really scale your business, you need a strong foot in the door offer. And there's actually 3 offers that you want to do. I'll do more on this in a later video. I call it the offer trifecta, which is the thing you do to get somebody in the door, the upsell and the cross sells, the thing you do to get them to spend more money once they're there. So for Subway, this was the $3, make it a combo kind of deal. Do you want to add fry or cookie and a drink, or do you want to add chips and a drink? And then there is the marriage offer, which is the how do we keep you buying it month after month after month after month and turn it into a recurring thing. Obviously, this was fast food, so they didn't openly do that, but a lot of people who come in the door once will come get sandwiches again and again. So I wanted to show you guys this because you are one giant offer away from scaling the ever-living fuck out of your business. And like I said, if you want to learn how to do that, check out my book. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this video. I hope this was super powerful. I hope you're seeing the power of having one great offer to lead your business that give me a blank number of money and you will get something specific and valuable in return. You nail that formula, you'll be able to do whatever you want and scale it to the ever-living moon. That's all I got for you guys in this video. With the golden dad guns, the greatest of all time, 170 pounds of pure steel and sex appeal. Frankie Finn. Obviously, I watched too much wrestling as a kid, and I'm just bullshitting here. But make sure to subscribe because we got lots of more good stuff coming your way. That's all I got for you guys in this video. And may the Triforce be with you.